you remember when we first had the idea for the magazine?
I don't remember the exact moment, but I remember the conversations around the table.
We asked ourselves, what should we call it? And looked up calendar, and there were a bunch of synonyms, and we came up with Chronogram. It fit because we wanted it to be a kind of an esoteric calendar, sort of drawing out the events that were otherwise not really seeing the light of day.
When we started, it was just really whatever the two of us were interested in. Now it's a whole community.
We began with a very inclusive notion of what culture includes. We decided to include spirit with the arts, culture, and spirit. And we saw healing arts in the same way that traditional arts are.
The focus really evolved over time, and then once Brian came on, started to have much more of a presence and an identity.
I was very influenced by alt weeklies, the Village Voice, the New York Press, which were really freewheeling. They were able to say anything. We were also, at that time, in our 20s, so like a bit of that anarchic, attitude and not being stodgy.
But I was also kind of conservative in a way. There was an advertiser punk rock club, and the text of the ad was, "Dance your ass off." And I refused to print the word ass. That was an example of the attention to the sound that we were making.
Now certainly we're making, I think, a much louder sound. Certainly the magazine can get a little assy every now and then.
Independent media is a real rare gem.
I've spent time in a lot of different places, and Chronogram is an extremely unique publication. I just haven't seen anything like it anywhere.
People telling their own stories, I think, has always been so much a part, of what we do, whether it's visually, all the covers, these are obviously artists who are telling some kind of narrative.
Some of the artwork is from students, some of it is from really well-known artists.
We've seen some of these artists having their picture on the cover of Chronogram catapulted into gallery shows.
Part of our mission is to introduce people to the Hudson Valley.
What we're helping to do is support not just the local community culture, but also the local community economy. We've kicked national advertising out of the magazine, even though we really needed it. But those ads represent a catalog of the creative business community in the area.
People have such a strong reaction to everything that's in the magazine. I think they love that thing also that can be on the coffee table.
I'm a transplant from Manhattan. People ask me where I'm from and what do. I give them the Chronogram.
I always look at the back page first.
The parting shot.
Larry Beinhaupt's politics.
They always have amazing covers.
I read esteemed reader music reviews.
Poetry section.
The calendar listings.
Planet Wave. While you were sleeping.
Features are great. And you know what else is great?
The ads. The ads are inspirational.
I guess I have a little bit of fear that this thing should ever go away.
Well, we love print.
Right.
We can't help it. We're old school that way.
Yeah, you see people on the street when the magazine comes out, and they're holding it under their arm like, they got one.
From my perspective, Chronogram adds a lot to the quality of life here.
It's a gem of the Hudson Valley.
It's worldly. You could be anywhere and you'd love Chronogram.